Hey YouTube, it's Psychopathic One back with episode 6 of my Halloween reviews. Like I said, I will be doing everything from DVDs, video games to VHSs. Creepshow 2. Definitely one of my favorites when I was a kid growing up. For those who haven't seen this film, it's basically like a spin-off of the original Tales from the Crypt comic books, done in classic Stephen King and George A. Romero style. Uh, this, unlike the first one, I don't have the first one, by the way, otherwise I would have reviewed it before this one. Anyways, this one stars Tom Savini as the creep. Basically, this one has 3 stories. The first one, I think it had 6. But anyways, this is my favorite one. I heard about the third one, and I heard it wasn't done by George A. Romero or Tom Savini. Not Tom Savini, but Stephen King. So, that right there, a creep show without those two basically is a suckish creep show because they have such great style together. Like, for those of you who have seen Pet Sematary, even though that's not from George A. Romero, Pet Sematary is an awesome movie. I'll be reviewing that at some point too. But I don't see why there's the zombie from the first movie on it, but I guess it adds to the character and everything. I like what it ends up saying about like how good the movie is. It says, as scary as anything you're apt to see. And the cover also says, Stephen King and George A. Romero welcome you to Creepshow 2. Now, let's get into each of the stories. The first story, a pretty cool one. It's about these old people. They own like a mom and pop shop. Like, you go in there, get your stuff, then get out. And an Indian guy who's supposed to be the shop owner's basically only friend ends up giving him these sacred stones to keep. They belonged to the Indian's tribe, so he tries to keep them, give them to the shop owners. They're very valuable. But then his nephew, who's just a total dickhead in his gang, that's one of the members of his gang. He goes by the name of Sam, and that he calls that one Rich Boy, and there's one called Fatso. They end up tearing the shop to hell and back, and what happens is, he accidentally shoots the old man. Well, actually, he shoots the old woman on accident, and then he shoots the old man purposely. And what happens is, when they leave, the statue, like the model mannequin of an old Indian, Old Chief Woodenhead, that's the name of the first story. He ends up coming to life and enacting revenge on the people who killed the store's owners. And there is gore in this. There's tons of gore. There's the hitchhiker, which is my favorite one on this. Definitely my favorite creep show, if I didn't say that already. Anyways, The second guy, Fatso, his death was really cool. He got, while he was watching TV, he ended up getting a bow and arrow put into him, put into his head, then his chest, or chest, then his head, sorry. And then the last dude, I forgot to mention, Sam has extremely long hair and he's obsessed with it. He gets it ripped through the wall, and old Chief Woodenhead ends up scalping him. So that's really cool. And I'm not spoiling anything, by the way. I'm just telling you, like, how it goes, like the gore and everything. Excuse me. Anyways, on to the second story, The Raft. That one, a little bit better than the first one. It's about drunken college kids going out to party, have a bunch of sex and shit like that, out in the middle of nowhere. And what happens is, along the way, they end up finding like this creature in the water. If it touches you, it wraps around you and starts pulling you in, and basically melts your entire skin off. And basically, it eats you alive, to put it simply. Um, Definitely, the second story is the one that showed the nudity, and the third story showed nudity too. And the second story has good nudity. I'm not really into nudity, but good nudity. The third one, just plain odd nudity. And then we move on to the third story, The Hitchhiker. It's about a woman. She's cheating on her husband with some kind of gigolo, basically. And what happens is she wakes up later than she usually does to get home before her husband gets home from work. But what happens is she talks to herself, and she's a pretty crazy bitch. She ends up talking to herself, and she's not paying attention to the road whatsoever. Runs over Tom Wright, who, if anybody remembers, he played Martin Morehouse in Tales from the Hood, which is another great film. And anyways, she runs him over, and he comes back to life for revenge, so he's basically a ghost. And then she just rides off thinking he's not gonna get up, like he's dead. Then not a police officer, but a fire truck driver comes by, and played by none other than the master of horror himself, Stephen King. So really happy to see him in his own films. He also plays a small part in Pet Sematary also. Anyways, if you want a great movie to watch at night and just plain creepy, check out Creepshow 2. Find it in your local Walmart. Try to find it on DVD. Hopefully this great horror flick comes to Blu-ray. That way I'll be able to tell my uncle, since he's got a Blu-ray player. He's gonna give me the DiviMax DVD version when he gets it on Blu-ray, so I'm excited. The tracking on this tape also, it's pretty good. Pretty good for what I got. I got it for free from my uncle since he got it on DVD. And the third one had more stories, like I said. It had about 5 or 6 stories. Those ones were pretty good too. Like, one was about a monster in a crate. Another one was about cockroaches. One about ghosts coming back for revenge from underwater. And I think there's one about a zombie coming back to life, trying to kill his daughter just because she wouldn't give him his Father's Day cake. Because she killed him because he called her a bitch. so she went off to crack him over the head with an ashtray. So anyways, that's my review of a Creepshow 2. Tell me what you thought of it. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, pick it up. Definitely 10 out of 10 hatchets. Great movie. Have it in my top 10. Psychopathic 1, peace out. See you tomorrow.